Hey everyone, Lewis aka Spider-Man 1991 here with another graphic novel review, where today I'm going to be talking about a story that was recently re-released as in hardcover deluxe edition, Batman: Death and the Maidens. Now the plot of the story is that Nyssa Al Ghul is dying and only the power of the Lazarus Pits can save him. Currently Batman is keeping track or hiding the remaining Lazarus Pits in the world, and so in order to get access to one of the pits, Raish offers Batman an elixir that will allow him to put his mind into the spirit world and talk to his dead parents. At first, Batman is skeptical of this, and he refuses. But recently, the story arc establishes that it's been 25 years since the murder of Thomas and Martha Wayne, and Batman has been feeling somewhat numb to the pain. Like, it doesn't hurt as much as it did when he was a kid anymore. And so, worrying that he forgot about this, Batman eventually relents and decides to take the elixir from Raish. Meanwhile, Nyssa Al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's other daughter, has kidnapped her half-sister Talia and turns Talia over to her side by successively killing and resurrecting her in Nyssa's own Lazarus pits. Raish actually did try to get the pit from Nyssa, but it was too well guarded. Eventually, after all the multiple resurrections, Talia eventually joins Nyssa's side, and together they decide to go after and kill Ra's al Ghul in his weakened state and to take over the League of Assassins. This story is actually the first appearance of Nyssa Al Ghul, or Nyssa Al Ghul, in the comics. Now, most people probably know of Nyssa because of her appearances on the hit CW show Arrow. I will say this: the version of Nyssa that we see on Arrow is very different from the one we see appearing in this story. For the most part, at first they are pretty similar. When Nyssa finally meets her father, she serves for years as his right hand, similar to a role that Talia had, until eventually she leaves, has her own family. But unfortunately, because she's Jewish, she and her family were trapped in a concentration camp during World War II, and Nyssa's family were killed, but she survived and was put through a bunch of tortures. And Raish was actually partnering with the Nazis, and she begged him for help, but he refused. Eventually, that's what led Nyssa to swearing revenge on her father. Also, Talia's turning on Raish and loyalty to Nyssa is actually what ultimately leads to her spurring her relationship with Bruce Wayne, officially declaring that from this point on they're enemies. And before you say anything, Damian Wayne does not exist at this point, so let's just don't ask about how Damian fits into that. Anyway, moving along. Also, the way Batman grapples with... also, another thing that I found interesting about the story arc is how Batman is no longer feeling as much pain as he did over his parents' loss. And this, for a large part, this event is what has defined his life and is the whole reason he became Batman in the first place. However, when he does finally drink Raish's elixir, he does meet Thomas. He does see his parents in the spirit world, and he has to talk to them. But of course, they don't like what being Batman has done to Bruce. While they agree that Batman does serve a purpose, they just don't like how Bruce pretty much gave up his own happiness in order to be the Dark Knight. Ultimately, though, this experience does give Batman a new perspective. He realizes that he is no longer Batman because he needs to be, but it's because he chooses to be Batman, and it's what he wants. Overall, I felt this was a really good Batman story. I think if you've seen Nyssa Al Ghul on Arrow and you want to know about her appearances in the DC comic books universe, then you should definitely pick this up. I also think it's a great Ra's al Ghul story, so if Ra's al Ghul is one of your favorite Batman villains, then you should also give this story a read. It's written by Greg Rucka, who is a fantastic writer. The artwork is by Klaus Janson. So check that out as well. Overall, for all those reasons, you should definitely pick up Batman: Death and the Maidens. Alright, that's it for me. Thank you again for watching another graphic novel review. If you have any requests, comment below. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying see you later.